Hello and welcome to the Bike Century. My name's Ben and today I'm going to be showing you around this BMW R1200 RT. One of the most definitive GT touring bikes on the market today. Represents excellent value for money, comes with an extremely high spec and is a very comfortable bike to boot. This particular one's a second generation. It's a 2015 bike. There are a number of revisions during the second iteration of the bike that I'll try and point out as we go. Yeah, a cracking all-round bike. 26,000 miles, though you could be easily be led into believing that this bike had done, you know, a tenth of that. It's a really clean and tidy example. So it's powered by an 1170cc Boxer twin. Very popular engine, is used in many of the BMW range. It's a torquey motor. It produces 115 foot-pounds and about 125 brake of horsepower, so more than enough to propel you, your luggage and your pillion across the continents at quite a pace. So to start at the front then, this has relatively non-conventional front suspension. I don't know if you can see that, but effectively, without getting into the nitty-gritty of it, the way that the suspension works on the front here is to reduce dive. Obviously this is a big bike. This suspension setup has been in and on lots of BMW bikes, and you can read up all about it, but non-conventional forks, so you can see they're not USD forks or anything like that. It's a system that works very well, particularly on heavy bikes like this. The front end otherwise is quite conventional. 17-inch wheels. These are lightweight wheels provided by Brembo. You've got Brembo 4-pot radially mounted calipers with braided lines, ABS, tyre pressure monitoring, and it's fitted with Michelin Pilot Road 4s, which are in good condition, and also has an extended front fender to stop all of the mud and dirt getting on the front of the engine casings. And that is a thing that's required on these bikes, because all the mud and dirt does tend to eat away at the paint on these engines. I have to say this particular one is very good. There's no corrosion that I can see on the engine, no paint flake or anything like that. The exhausts are in good condition, so that would suggest to me that the bike's been well maintained and potentially not really ridden in the harsher weather. While we're down here, you can see the auxiliary headlights have been fitted. That's a nice modification to have on a bike like this. Again, if you're touring abroad and the weather conditions are not perfect, that's a nice thing to have. The bike itself is finished in a metallic blue. The paintwork is in really nice condition. Most of the bike is fitted with paint protector film. To a reasonable standard. You can see the edges of the film in certain places. You could remove that if you really wanted to, but it's obviously doing a job and sort of looks okay in my opinion. It's been fitted with an aftermarket headlight guard. Again, you can remove that if you want to, but it's in clean, good condition. And the bike comes with an adjustable screen as standard anyway, which I'll show you in just a second when we start the bike up. Down this side you can see the engine protrudes just from the side. That's obviously the Boxer engine. That's the nature of the beast. However, the fairing is sort of moulded right around that, and it does tend to create like a little gap where your knee and your leg goes and protects you from the wind. So the way that the engine is configured fits quite well with the design of the bike. Standard exhaust, as you can see, all stainless underneath there. It's in really nice condition. There is a single-sided swing arm on this bike, though you can't really see it because of obviously the cosmetics of the way that the exhaust is designed, and obviously the boxes on the bike as well. Up here we've got genuine BMW boxes or side panniers. These are electronically opened using the key fob, which is a nice thing to have. They've got all of the original BMW stickers on it, and it is also covered with this paint protector film as well. So a really common thing with boxes this size is when you sling your leg over, you tend to catch it on here. And there are a couple of little marks in the paint protector film here, but nothing too untoward. There is a shad top box plate, so if you wanted to add a top box on this, it would be quite cost effective. And then obviously standard rear light, which is absolutely enormous. The bike, as you can imagine, being a GT bike, it's got very large seats, particularly for the pillion seat. Heated seats on this bike, which is a nice thing to have for a GT bike. It's got this grippy cover on it for your pillion, which you could remove if you wanted to. Seat position is quite low relative to the bars, which means your back is nice and straight. It's all aimed at obviously doing plenty of miles cross country. As I say, around the front, huge front fairing, so loads and loads of wind protection. It is fitted with this aftermarket headlight guard, as I've said, and as you can see, the screen is adjustable. Again, around this side, very clean and tidy. There's no major marks or scratches on this bike that I can see that are notable. The engine casings are very clean. Again, common thing with these bikes, because the engine protrudes, as if they get dropped, you do tend to see scuffs and stuff on these engine casings, but not on this bike. Very clean. Everything on this side looks as you would expect. Obviously, being shaft driven for a GT bike is a good thing. Nice and smooth drive, big old brakes on the back. Obviously this bike requires a lot of stopping power. It's quite a heavy machine. Just up here you can see there is a manual key to open the seats and stuff like that, but there is your seat heater controls, and obviously you've got key locks and whatnot, but these boxes are controlled electronically using the key fob that comes with the bike. There is a tank bag ring on here, presumably from Shad or Givey. These are usually quite universal. You can buy bags that basically just lock into these. So again, the pre-installation is already done. So if you did just want to buy another piece of luggage to put on there, you absolutely can. On either side of the bike, you get these stowage cases. So, you know, for putting your passport, your change for tolls, that sort of thing. So that's really, really handy. There is a 12-volt socket just to the right-hand side as well. Looking at the control surfaces, everything in the display is controlled from here. So you've got adjustment for your screen, traction control, auxiliary headlights. This roller, which is, you know, fairly common on BMWs, that allows you to toggle through the sub menus, self-cancelling indicators, and obviously you've got some more lights controls here, and your mode selections and whatnot are all controlled on the right hand side. Fairly traditional looking dash, function over form with this. So you've got analog speedo in kilometers and miles per hour, and on the right hand side you've obviously got your rev counter, fuel gauge, gear position, obviously your trip 1 and trip 2, your current engine mode selection, which you can change on the right hand bar. That will obviously determine your engine mapping and the performance of the bike. On the right hand side you can see it's obviously got automatic lights. These are on auto at the moment. It gives you your current range, all of your fuel information, the current mileage, which is 26,513, and then obviously you've got a clock there as well. Let's give it a start up here. It's actually quite a nice sounding engine for a standard exhaust. Some nice pops and bangs there on the overrun, which sounds lovely. Obviously it is cold at the moment. Yeah, absolutely stunning bike. Really, really good value for money. If you're looking at doing any touring, or even if you wanted a daily, this could be the bike for you. Loads and loads of stuff obviously to talk about with these bikes. I'm sure you've done your research, so you probably know a bit more about the bike than I do at this point. But yeah, absolutely stunning machine. Loads of service history, got all the keys. Yeah, she's pretty much ready to go. It will come with a 3-month warranty. Also comes with free delivery within England and Wales. We do offer delivery to Scotland for a small charge. We offer finance and part exchange, so if those are things that you're interested in, or if you've got any general questions, please feel free to reach out. We've got WhatsApp, live chat, all the social medias. Pick up the phone and ask us any questions that you've got, or feel free to drop in and try the bike on for size. That's it from me. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Take care.